Newsflash, it is not called loyalty anymore if it's costing you your peace. We love to throw the word loyalty around like it's virtuous, like, oh, she's so loyal. He's so loyal to me. I'm loyal to them. But at what point does loyalty stop becoming a strength and actually become self-destruction and you tolerating toxic behaviors? Because if you're associating loyalty and it's actually costing you your peace, your energy, your time, and just your growth, then it's no longer loyalty. What it is fear, guilt, distraction. So you be very mindful of what you are defining as loyal behavior and what you're actually doing out of fear, out of guilt, out of what you should be doing in order to people please the others. Loyalty is not love if it's rooted in fear. If the only reason you're staying in that relationship is because you're scared to walk away, that's not loyalty, that's survival and fear. Whether it's a job, love relationship, friendship, if it's keeping you small, complacent, scared, and limiting your growth, you gotta go. Because what you're actually doing is self-abandoning. And in an empowerment growth journey, self-abandonment is not part of the equation. So be mindful on your empowerment journey that you are not self-abandoning to appease others. Peace is the real measure of whether something belongs in your life or not. Stop asking, what will they think? Instead, start asking yourself, how does this make me feel? What version of myself presents when I'm in these situations or these environments? And whatever answer you come up with is the right answer because your nervous system knows more intuitively what is right for you before your brain does. So the more you listen to that intuition, the more you're going to demand and accept peace in your life and not the chaos. Your history with someone is not reason enough to stay in that relationship. Repeat that one again with me. Your history with someone is not reason enough for you to stay in that relationship with them. Just because you've known someone forever doesn't mean that they have access to you forever, because you're on a growth journey, girl. You're not obligated to keep entertaining people and tolerating their poor behaviors or maybe just their non-growth behaviors that are keeping you constrained. On your journey through empowerment, you have to understand that you do have the courage to say enough is enough. This season is over. This relationship, friendship, whatever it is, has run its course, and that's okay. It's okay for things to end and for seasons to be over. It's actually part of nature. So even if you love them, it is okay for some things to end. It does not have to be this loud, dramatic breakup or end of a relationship. A chapter of a book can close quietly and you move on. Loyalty should be mutual, not one-sided. Are you the only one showing up, checking in, sending the messages, showing up first, making excuses for the bad behaviors? That's not loyalty. And you did not show up for these emotional babysitting jobs with this person. Energy needs to flow both ways, and it can look different for both people. But if it's something that you want in your life and it feels good and you feel peaceful and encouraged and energized by that relationship, that's an indication that you're on the right path. But if it feels the opposite, then we also know the answer to that. So if it's a very one-sided relationship, understand you staying in that relationship and tolerating it is not loyalty. It's actually an imbalance that you're tolerating and accepting in your life. Protecting your peace will always look selfish to people who benefited from you not having any boundaries. This is a big one because a lot of people throw the word selfish around when people are on their growth and empowerment journey. People enjoy when you don't have boundaries because they can act however they want. They don't have to rise to the occasion. You have no standards, and so you welcome chaos and just disarray in your life, and you feel that. So when you finally decide to invest in empowerment and actually embrace your life and seek a life of peacefulness and fulfillment, you're inevitably going to be called selfish, difficult, or my favorite, you've changed. You think you're better than us now. Oh, look at you trying to show off. Oh, how's your empowerment journey going along? Those things. Take those not as criticism, but as clear markers that you are actually pivoting and growing. Let them gossip, girl. I'd rather be talked about than forgotten. So if you're worried about being loyal, the only person you're worried about being loyal to at this point is yourself and your peace. Be loyal to those two things first and watch the changes that happen in your life. Empowerment doesn't mean cutting everyone off in your life. It means setting very clear standards and boundaries of what you now accept in your life. And it doesn't feel easy all the time, and that's okay. If they're not contributing to your peace, your growth, your power, your purpose, they don't get free access anymore. And you deciding to close the door on that free access is the most loyal thing you could ever do to yourself on your empowerment journey.